All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down throw, Watson, eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. First down, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. And he's got some space here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Past the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line.
Tiger, 2-jet. Blue 80.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll go with Foreman. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit! Here we go.
Allen looks to throw on second down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DJ Reader. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Allen going to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun, it's Allen. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Second down, here's Allen. And it's caught. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Now McCoy. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Allen throwing on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. Third down here.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On the ground, Ivory, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Chris Ivory, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A lot of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Taron Johnson made the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
on second down. Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Coleman. And he spins past him and into space. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Corey Coleman, an even 90 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. That's a prime example of how tough Chris Ivory can be to bring down.
He's so good that I think that he would last very well in a boxing gym. You know, because he's going to wear you down with those types of runs all game long. And if they can't start getting him on the ground quicker and more efficiently, they've got a long game in front of them.
Green, 39. Green.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down. Allen, and he'll check this one down to McCoy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Allen. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's brought down. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This is McCoy, and he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Allen looking to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
To throw, it's Allen. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Now let's go! 319!
Allen operating from the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Adds the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And now out comes Houston. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jerry Hughes on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Watson hands this to Foreman. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
First down, and they're going to throw without it. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot!
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to get it to Clay that time, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. This give is to McCoy. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. Taking on the midfield logo. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
second down. Here's Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, Watson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Phillip Gaines there defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tiger. Black 22. Black 22.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start on the ground with Ivory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First down, Allen. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back at. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Set. Green, 39.
Now
Green,
flags will
39.
come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. From the gun, Allen. And that is incomplete here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing now is Allen. And that's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
31 yards on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Watson on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now.
Now Allen to throw. To throw again. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Allen now to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Allen. It's caught. Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Looks to throw on 2nd down. This complete to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Give to McCoy. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Again, it's McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Bills on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Gone! All right, here we go.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Down. Green, they're down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. First down carry now for Miller. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, Watson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we... They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, back 22. Hey.
Here's Watson. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll try the air now with Watson. That's caught. It's Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Watson setting up the screen from Miller. Miller with 1st down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Now it's Murphy. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get Allen hit? He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go now.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
Here we go.
Allen now on 1st down. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Charles Clay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, Those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Fuller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll run with Foreman. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the 50, it's Watson. And incomplete here on third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And here come the Bills. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Foreman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Watch it now, Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Detroit!
Throwing on first down is Allen. Completes it to Lee. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to 99 Philly. Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen throwing again. Over the middle, complete. It's McCoy. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now Allen again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, You don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Houston, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bills,
you.